Greetings and welcome to another edition of Delta Media Group's Tech Tuesday. So today I have an interesting idea for something to go over today. It's kind of a powerful feature, and there's not a whole lot to it, and it's not something that we get a ton of questions on, but it's something that can be really useful to you. So anyway, what we're going to go over is some different ways that you can bring up your leads and sort the kind of leads that have come into your website and kind of return lists of leads. So think of it like lead reporting. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. Into the DeltaNet we go. So you see right here we are on the welcome page in the DeltaNet. Now what you're used to as far as bringing up all your customer lists and customer accounts is you go to the Customers tab and down to Customer Center. And this would be for anyone that's on the upgrade or the standard package has access to this Customer Center. So from here, we can go down, we've got our customer detailed list, is the full list of all of our customers, and then from here we can bring them up by name. So if we just type in, it filters it out. We can do it by group. So if I select a group in this drop down here, that brings up just members of that group. And if you have labels set up, they're like predefined labels in here. You can choose from any of those labels to bring up all the customers that match those as well. And these filters combine. So now it's looking for everyone in this group that also has this label. So if I switch this to all customers, there we go. And there's my one customer with a bunch of labels on it. So that is something that you can do with Customer Center. But if you find yourself wanting to bring up a list of customers by different criteria, maybe you want to search for them by email address, or maybe you want to see every customer that's made a request on your website in the last 30 days, or everyone you added in January of last year, or something like that. The DeltaNet is capable of all that. In order to do that, you'll want to go down to Leads and Contacts, Process Leads. And now from here, you can use any of these filters or any combination of these filters to return a list of all the leads that match. So if, for example, I want to see customers that have made a request in the last 30 days, that's what this shows by default. This box is checked, and then we have our date range set to roughly within the last month. But every customer that has made a request on my website in the last 30 days that has a specific keyword. I could also check this box, and I could say an exact match to whatever keyword I type in here. And that would be a keyword that I've added to the specific customer. So I can use any combination of these. So just to run through them, we've got a customizable date range for when the customer last made a request. We have contacts that are just last logged into the site over this time period, contacts created over this time period. You can do it by last name or first name, and that can be a full match to whatever you type in here, or it can be just the beginning of the name, just the end, or just something that contains it. So if you only remember part of somebody's last name and you can't remember the whole thing, you can say contains last name, and you would type in whatever part of their last name would be, and then just check that box and uncheck the other one and hit update list, and that would give you every customer that matches that criteria. And then you can search by email address, and that will also look at partial strings. So if you type in just part of someone's email address, like if you know that their name is bsmith but you can't remember if it's at Gmail or at Yahoo or wherever, you can just type in bsmith here and check this box and hit search, update list, and it'll give you everything that matches. Same thing down here. So you can look for exact matches or any match. So something that contains exactly the word buyer, or something that contains something that includes the word buyer as far as keywords go. You can search by fee type, and how important that is to you is going to depend on kind of how your brokerage is set up. Generally, leads you get from the company will be considered fee leads. But that depends on how the company has set up your lead settings. You can also search by request source, which is a particularly handy one if you want to see every request you've gotten through, say, Zillow Tech Connect. So if you have your Zillow Tech Connect hooked up, so all your Zillow leads are coming into the DeltaNet, you could go down here and you could say every Zillow lead, so Zillow Group ZTC is the Zillow Tech Connect leads, and I would check that box, and if I want to see every Zillow Tech Connect lead I got from the beginning of June this year to the end of June, I can just check those two boxes, fill in the date range I want, pick Zillow Tech Connect and hit update, and it'll give me back everything that matches. And then you can also do request types. So if you want to see every showing request you got between that time period, you can pick showing requests. So this is everyone that requested a showing on your website or the company website. Or we can say showing request, and you want to know only showing requests you've gotten from your mobile website over that time period. You would just fill these in with those three checked, update, and see that I don't have any. But that's all there is to it. So the beauty of this is, it's a fairly simple feature. It'll look at any combination of any of the filters you put in here and bring up a list of all the customers that match. But it's also a really powerful feature, especially if you want to keep track of the kind of leads you're getting, how many leads you're getting over certain time periods, and have a really easy way to come in here and pull those up. So the other thing you can do as far as lead reporting is if I go over here to Leads and Contacts and down to Tools, there's a tool here called the Lead Performance Report. Now what this will do is give you just a quick summary of all of the leads you've gotten of all the various types over whatever time period you choose. And it will also give you your response times on them. And you can see here, fastest response time, slowest response time, and average response time. So my fastest is 2 seconds, pretty good, right? And my slowest is 488 days, which throws off my average just a little bit. But you can see all that here, and your numbers will probably make more sense than my test account numbers. But you can pick whatever time frame you want. So if you want to just see in the last 12 months, you can select that here and apply. And it'll give you all the different types of leads you've gotten and your response times over the last 12 months. And you can pick a custom date range here if you want. You just want to look at the last couple of months. I could go out to, say, May, for example, and if I say beginning of May to now and apply, it loads up the list accordingly. So, pretty cool stuff. Now, one thing I'll show you also is that on this process leads page, we'll go ahead and show you a result that actually comes up. If I were to search for, there we go, if I search for just all customers that have a matching keyword, see if I get somebody, there we go. So I do get one account that comes up, and then when an account actually comes up in the results on this page, you'll be able to see the full list here with the basic information, request type, the initial request source, their email address, the first name, last name, and then you can select from actions what you want to do with this customer. So the main thing you will do here is either you can go to Portfolio, and that will log you into their Portfolio account on your public side, on your public website, or you can go down here to View, and that takes you to the same customer information page or customer profile page that you would get to from the Customer Center. So this one contains all the customer information, allows you to do all of the note-taking or save properties for them, save searches, everything you can do on the customer profile page. So there you go. That is all there is to it. So like I said, fairly simple, fairly short one today, but also a powerful and kind of an important feature if you're going to get in and really keep track of your leads. So, as always, thanks a lot for joining me this week. If you need to contact us, if you have any questions, concerns, or any video suggestions, feel free to send an email into support@deltagroup.com or give us a call, and we will be happy to help you out. Thanks for joining me.